Knicks fans, what's poppin', man? What's going on with you, man? This Knicks Real Talk tonight show. It's your man Divine, man. About to jump on here for the second half of the season, back to the grind, playoff pretenders and contenders for the Knicks, man. So we're gonna get into some talk tonight, man. We're gonna talk Knicks, man, after the All-Star break. So we ready to get back to the second half of the season, man. Ready to get on that grind and get ready to do our thing, man. So I'm ready to bring some content to you, man, so we can get this thing popping, man. You know what I mean? So we can talk Knicks, man. It's the second half of the season. We trying to go out here and get it. So this is what it's gonna be, man. We just about to go ahead and make it happen. You know what I mean? So we just gonna get in here. We're gonna talk some Knicks tonight, man. After the All-Star break, like I said, I'm gonna bring my man City for real in the building. He's gonna be in here to talk some Knicks with me tonight. So City be on the panel in a minute. But in the meantime, we just want to get this thing popping, man, tonight. And you know what it is, man. It's Knicks Real Talk. And, we're going to get into it, man. I'm going to bring my man City in. We're going to cut it up and talk some Knicks in a minute, man. So, but yeah, man, everything is good. That for my man City for real. Salute, my brother. Yeah. It was good, man. Yeah, we about to get into this thing, man. Season about to go to the second half. We about to get close to close every day, a couple more days or whatever. We're going to be back on the basketball court. Knicks about to, going in down there in Milwaukee, handle their business. But, I'm glad to have you aboard, brother. After the All-Star, game weekend, man. Julius Randle, Obi Toppin, good performance, man. My old man Obi Toppin got robbed. Okay, what nobody say he got played, but it's all good though. This Knicks Real Talk, man. The night show. But yeah, man. We here, man. We here just about to cut it up a little bit, get us some Nick content. I got my panel member over here. Salute to everybody, in the chat and everybody out there in Nick Land, man, and Nick Nation. And like I said, I hope everybody doing well. Enjoy the weekend, man, and get ready to get back to the grind and get ready for this Thursday game, man. But yeah, this is gonna be the second half prediction, man. We're gonna get into some predictions and some thoughts about the second half, and things like that. Because it's back to the grind, like I said, and see if we real playoff pretenders or contenders. You know what I mean? So on that note, man, let me bring my man City for real in here. Let him welcome himself to the show tonight. Yeah, City.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
I'm good, brother. How you?
Hey, I'm good, man.
Good.
I'm ready to talk about it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, after the All-Star weekend, we ready back on that grind. We're quite sure they're about to get back to New York or wherever they're gonna get ready to get some practice in and all that good stuff, man. But I'm ready to get with them though. I'm ready for the second half to start because it'll be pretty tough. But we got to get out there and make it happen. So I'm excited about that. That the basketball will be back in a couple of days. And we just got to get into it, man. And like I said, it's going to be a tough second half of the season. You know what I mean? It's going to be a tough second half. We got a pretty rugged schedule, but we had one early in the year too. So I guess whatever it is, what it is. But we got a pretty tough schedule the second half around. But I think, we ready for it. I think Tom Thibodeau going to have a guy ready to play. Just go hard and, leave it all out there and let the chips fall where they may. So I'm really excited about that we about to have some more basketball. And other than that, man, it's like let's get it, man. I'm ready to get it popping right now. This has been a long week, you know what I mean? So, normally I don't want time to go fast, but I'm like, yo, this is to get over with. We need to get this thing going, man, so we can just get some basketball back up there. But other than that, man, I'm predicting that we go out there and do the same thing, go out there and just play what we played in the first half, and hopefully we get, we can produce a little bit more wins and keep it popping. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that happens, man, and we just come out there in the second half and just go hard, man. Just go hard or go home. But we going hard. I think Tom Thibodeau gonna have them playing, scrapping just like we did in the first half, and we just got to get it, man. So I'm gonna let you get your thoughts in, man, and you tell me what you think about the second half and everything. And let me give a shout out to Frank Mattos. Salute, Frank out there. I see you, my brother. Frank Mattos on the chat, man. And yeah, seriously, what you think about the second half, man, and what you think was going to be going on with the Knicks?
Yo, for the second half, I'm just hoping we play the same type of basketball that we played the first half, and the record should take care of itself. Like Tibbs says, the games keep coming. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so even if we take an L, we just got to get back up, bounce back, and play our style of basketball, and right now I feel like right now the whole team needs to put a couple of things on their shoulders, like, you know what I'm saying, and carry that weight and say, you know what, last year y'all snubbed RJ, y'all snubbed quickly, Y'all snubbed Obi in the dunk contest. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we need to carry that, like, you know, we need to carry that chip on our shoulder. Like, we need those guys to to take that to heart and have fuel for the fire. Like, you know what I mean? So that
Right.
way we could come back out in the second half of the season and get things blazing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wear that chip on your shoulder and come out and say, okay, y'all want to start snubbing us from stuff. This is what we gonna do. We gonna put the league on notice. Like, you know.
Yeah, facts. You know, it is like I said, all they get, gain respect. You know, you got to go earn it. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
hate, but I think the second half, the Knicks gonna go out there and do what they got to do. They're gonna come in there and bring that number three defense in the league. I think their offense is starting to come around even more. I think we hope we get some players back, and excuse me, Speedy, we get some players back, and Derrick Rose and them guys. You know what I mean, and we let the chips fall where they may. But I'm excited about it though, man. You know, I'm like, listen, we just got to go get it. You know, we got to go hard and continue to grind, man. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
leave it there. You know what I mean? But I'm excited about it, man. You know, it is what it is. You know, we just got to go play hard and do our thing, man. You know, so it's really gonna be something to see, man. You know what I mean? Just the fact that what we got to do out there, man, is to get ourselves rolling. I'm having a little technical difficulties with my screen, so bear with me. But you know, we're gonna keep doing it, man. We're gonna keep fighting, and just bear with me 1 second. Yeah, but we gonna keep fighting, man. We gonna do what we gotta do, go hard, and leave that shit all out there on the floor. And we just gotta keep grinding, man, because that's what it's all gonna be about. Gonna keep grinding in the second half of the season, going out there, bringing our A game to the forefront, and let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? So I think that's just what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? We're gonna just go in there and battle it out, grind it out, and and keep things moving, man. So we're gonna do it. That's just the thing we're gonna do. We just gotta all the players gotta step up. Hopefully everybody get healthy, and everybody get back, on them winning ways, man, and continue doing what we're doing in the first half of the season, which we just was going hard, and that's what we got to do. We just got to keep going hard, and hopefully the things stay part of course, and we just keep it moving. You know what I mean? But I'm excited, though, man. I think we're gonna bounce back pretty well. I think Randall gonna continue to do what he was doing. RJ starting to get that groove under him, and I hope the second unit they stay flexible. I hope Derrick Rose keep it moving when he get back. I hope Mitch get back. He get back right where he left off. So we got a good chance, man. We just got to go in there and play our A game and let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, Tibbs is gonna have these guys playing the basketball that he needs them to play. I feel like regardless of how tough the schedule is, like you know what I'm saying, these
Right.
boys are ready to ball. They ain't trying to back down from nobody. Like you know what I'm saying, they gonna
Right.
bring the smoke into anybody's arena. They gonna play hard, and that's the only thing we can ask for. Like you know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, we can't be. And I ain't saying they are, but like you know what I'm saying, like we can't be scared of the second half schedule. Like you know what I'm saying.
Right. We go with.
Like we gonna come in second half of the schedule. We gonna come in like professionals. Like you know what I'm saying. And
Right.
and we gonna handle our business. Like the only thing, um only thing that worries me a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
not a lot, a little bit is with Mitch. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm
Right.
starting to wonder if we gonna see him in the second half of the season or what's going on because like they haven't really said anything about his injury and what's going on and stuff like that. So like just kind of concerned, but I'm not worried about it. Nerlens been holding it down.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's the case, man. I'm hoping that that's all it is. they just keep everything quiet. They don't really let out too much info. You know what I mean? They just say, you know what, when it's time for us to to let you know what's going on, then they'll pop in and let you know. You know what I mean? So we hoping that's the case. But like I think we just got to go in there, man. And lay it all down, let the chips fall where they may. Like, listen, you know what? No matter who we playing, we gonna go hard. We gonna battle. We gonna compete. We gonna try to get that W. I mean, because we got, I think Tom Thibodeau want the playoffs. I don't think they want nothing less. You know what I mean? So they just gotta go out there and put it all together. And see, let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? And I think they're gonna do that, man. I believe they're gonna be in the playoffs, and I believe they're gonna be in contention too. I think they're gonna be in contention for a minute. Even though the schedule was harder, but I just think the strong survive. Now we got a good team. That's a strong team down there, man. And they believe in what they could do. So and knowing that Tibb is not going to let them cats fall short. You know what I mean? I don't believe that. I don't think he want to fall short. He can't. I think Tibbs came to New York for a reason. One reason, he on a mission. He looking to bring this franchise back to respectability. Him in the front office. And I think they laying that foundation down. So I just think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna lay it down and keep it prospering. So I'm excited about it, man. I think we're gonna be all right. I think it's gonna be good. I just think that we're gonna go in there and take the challenge on, man. And we're gonna go in there and prove all the naysayers and the doubters wrong that the Knicks will be be in contention going down the stretch of the season. And then we just gonna take it from there, because I just really believe that we building something down there, man. And when you building something, people take notice. You know what I mean? And like I spoke to you in the last night show episode, they laid that cement foundation. Now they're building that structure. You know what I mean? They just building it. They're like, okay, we gonna get this thing built up the right way. You know what I mean? And they're gonna make it happen. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about that. And and on another note, like we were talking about, like the Knicks March Madness for me. This is like March Madness for the Knicks. You know what I mean? It's like, it's gonna be crazy around the place, because people, it's just gonna be so much going on, trade talk, jockeying for position. You know what I mean? And everybody's mind gonna be all over the place, but it's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, Frank is asking. He said, "Will we make any trades? I believe we should think about Oladipo for the right price." Like, you know what I'm saying? Which, hey, that's fine. I'm okay with, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm okay with trades and stuff like that. I'm just more of a fan of bringing somebody in the off season, like, But otherwise, as far as trades go, if we make a trade and we do it, do I think we're gonna do it? I don't think we're gonna do it, but at the end of the day, you never know, just because our front office has been leak proof. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like they took the plumber's tape and wrapped it around the copper pipe, and, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
There ain't no drips getting out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't spilling out nothing. So it's hard to tell. Like, it's hard to say. It's hard to say what they're gonna do, because, like, we have no idea. I mean, you look at it like this: we could wake up tomorrow, and next thing you know, like, there's like 3 or 4 dudes gone or something like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
For a player. Yeah.
Yep. Excuse me. Right. Yeah, that's part of the madness. You know what I mean? That's part of the madness. That's part of the Knicks March Madness. It's it's gonna have you going the same, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, man. You know what? I just think it's whatever they do, they're gonna do for the better of the team. I know that. I don't think the Knicks gonna make any moves that's gonna jeopardize what they built. You know what I mean? So I'm confident. Whoever they get, if they go get somebody, they're gonna make sure that it fits to what they're doing. You know what I mean? Knicks ain't going to just bring people in there to bring them in there. They got a system down there, and now I tell anybody, you best believe it, if the cat can't play De'Aaron off it, I don't think the Knicks gonna bring him in. And I just think that's the way the team played. If he can't play defense, then he can score, but we don't need that. They need somebody who can do both. And that's my thought. I just think that because Tom Thibodeau running with guys who can play defense, or who still learning how to play defense, like Obi, get it a rookie like him and Emmanuel quickly. They just learning how to play defense in the NBA. But you look at the rest of the roster, just about everybody play defense. You know what I mean? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So any player they bring in going to have at least to me gonna have to have a little of that, and that's why, like he said, I like the Oladipo because he's a two-way player. You know what I mean, he just play. He's an excellent wing defender. So somebody like that, I don't have no problem with. Because I think he fits in. I know a lot of people might question. Everybody have a right to their opinion because there's nobody right or wrong. Just what we think, which one person think the other person think. But from a basketball perspective, I just think he fits the team. You know what I mean? I think he gives us what we need. You know what I mean? At that that wing position. You know what I mean? And I think RJ strong enough to handle the three the rest of the season. If Oladipo go to the two. And I just think that's a player who he can create his own shot. He can get he don't have to pass on the ball to try to get a shot. If he got the ball, he can go get it. You know what I mean? So having somebody like him, RJ and Randall who can go get their own shots. Just let me give me the ball. I'm gonna go get it. To me, you replace that in the starting lineup. By taking Reggie Bullock out, because Reggie Bullock is one of the guys where you have to get the ball to. Buckets. He coming off catch and shoots and things of that nature. But Oladipo can get it any way you want it. You know what I mean? And so that's what makes it intriguing to me, man. Because I know like I said, it's a lot of stuff out there. It's part of the madness. But we just got to see what's up, though.
And see that's on the offensive end. Now, I know Oladipo. I know he can play good defense, but I haven't really watched too much of him. And so, my question is he the same kind of guy like Bullock is, where you know what I mean? He chasing guys around screens and you know what I mean, running around and doing, because I get why Tibbs plays Bullock is because that guy, you watch him, yeah, he's chasing the man that's running around, you know what I mean? He's trying to get under the screen, over the screen, every now and then he get called for a foul for going through the screen, So my question is Oladipo that same type of player where he's going to be running around chasing guys around for the whole game?
I don't know, if that's the case, and that depending on the motion of the team's offense on the other end. Now, if that's the way they playing when they running around like that because of motion, you have to deal with it. But Oladipo is a great on-ball defender, though.
Right. One-on-one, you mean
He's a great on-ball defender, and so he made all defense for a reason. You know what I mean, and stuff like that, man. And but I think what he gets you, what Bullock can't give you, is the offense. You know what I mean?
Right.
The offense is there, so you're getting what Bullock giving you and some on a consistent basis. So and that's that's one of it. There's so many players out there. When we get into that later for a trade talk and chatter, but it's out there. But for the madness, man, it's gonna be mad because the same thing we talk about now. Talking about one win here, one loss there from falling up and going down. You know what I mean? Or, going up and falling down. Worry about what other teams doing. Wonder if we're gonna make trades. It's this and that. That's the Knicks March Madness right there. Because New York fans gonna get the edge of their seat. We're gonna be having, and let me tell you, we're gonna have some ups and down nights for the rest of the season. So get ready for it. It's gonna be ups and downs, man. It's gonna be madness. Because people will be like, if we beat a certain team, oh my God, we know we six. Boy, you lose to a certain team, man. We ain't even gonna be there. So it's gonna be that type of noise. But it's
let's just for our sake, let's just hope there's more ups than downs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just because I know we got some tough games, and with those, even with those tough games being in there, I feel like those are winnable games. You know what I mean? With what they showed me in the first half, I feel like if we do the things that we know how to do right, we can beat any of those teams. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of, regardless of how many superstars they got, or if they you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like we can hang with the best of them if we play our style of basketball.
Absolutely. I agree. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we definitely have to, do what we do, man. Because I was looking at some statistics and everything in the day when I was on. It was showing me like we 104 on offense, 104 on defense, but a lot of teams they scoring high, but their defense is giving up a lot too. You know, what I mean, I like
Mm-hmm.
scoring 121, but they giving up 116. Really pretty much got the lowest ranked defense in the whole Eastern Conference. I think Miami is like 106 or 105, and we 104 or 108,
Mm-hmm.
some of that nature. So we got the lowest scoring defense in the whole Eastern Conference. And if we just get up our offense maybe 6 points more a game going in the second half, give us like
Mm-hmm.
under 10 a game, depending on that's why I said if you bring somebody in there who can get them points. Can you imagine Knicks with a one scoring average and 110 a game on the offense and only giving up 104 on the defense? You know,
Mm.
that's a +6. So that's a recipe for success. You know what I mean? So hopefully, when Derrick Rose get back, they were starting to get into that rhythm. I noticed that they were scoring a little bit more. They was hitting more high percentage three. They was moving the ball pretty well up and down the floor before they went on the All-Star break. So hopefully that continues over. And when Derrick Rose come back, they'll just add a little bit more fuel. You know what I mean? So I think that'd be real exciting, man. If we continue what we was working on and continue doing what we was doing and keep playing the same basketball that we was playing, just get a little bit more talent, or if we don't get a little bit more talent, the talent that we have just improve a little bit more. You know what I mean? And like I think this
Mm-hmm.
half of the season, I think it's going to be different. Because to me, like every other team, you get better because you know what the other opponent's coming at you with. You know what I mean? We done been around the block already, per se. You know what I mean? We done went through certain battles like, okay, the next time I know this guy plays me this way, or I know he likes to go that way. So you kind of familiar with that now because we done pretty much recycle certain teams, not all of them, but certain teams we done, it's like we gonna play them again, and so we might have a little better understanding of how they play and maybe we could take advantage of it. That's what I'm hoping. You know what I mean? I know the first game coming out the gate, Milwaukee Bucks, we gave them the business, you know what I mean? But say they might be on a different wavelength when it comes to wanting to get at you. So, who knows? But I really got to go in there and get it done, though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, with the whole Milwaukee thing, you already know they coming out to get a W.
Right.
Like,
I think you might. Hey, City, you muted. You muted.
oh,
Hey,
my bad. Yeah, hold on. I'll come back to that. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta
yes,
do
sir.
something.
Okay. Yeah, man. But like we was me and City just was talking. It's just about going hard in the second half. And putting in the work, man. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we're gonna do. We just gonna go in there and put in the work. You know what I mean? And get this madness going. And just let it all hang out, man. We got to get to the playoffs. I know a lot of us want to see our boys in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So and with all the trade talk chatter going on out there, you know what I mean? Who we might bring in, who you think is available. We just gotta keep playing the game we've been playing. I mean, if the front office make a move, the better the team, so be it. That's what we do. If they don't, we stand back and we go hard with what we got. But it's a lot of talk out there, man. It's gonna be crazy with the trade chatter and the trade talk out there from here to the 25th, or the trading deadline. Because everybody trying to get better. We already hearing certain things about the Warriors might want this guy. We hearing the Warriors might want this guy, and this and that. So we got to see where it roll, man. Oh, damn, sorry, City. There you go. And City, Dad, what do you think about the trade talks coming out up and now? They talking about now.
It is what it is. I don't really like it just because it's one of those things where it seems like we're gonna be in every trade talk that is available. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And and I feel like the team doesn't really need that. Like, you don't need your players or certain people. I now get it. It's a business. They always gonna have to go through that. But at the end of the day, it's just like, yo, these guys are gonna be listening. They hear the talks and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, You don't want to be out there trying to play thinking, oh, where am I going to land at tomorrow, or if I'm going to be here or whatever. Like, certain trade talks I'm okay with. Like, you know what I mean? But we're going to be in just about every single trade talk, bro. Every single one we're probably going to be linked to, just about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what?
Just because we have the pieces to move, we got the space to do it, and we got a young core that we can do it. So, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're going to be in all of that. A lot of it is just going to be smoke, like, you know what I'm saying? And we just gotta recognize that. But if players gotta go, they gotta go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all about making the team better, right? So it's like I don't mind if we're in them, but then again, it's just like I don't want to be in them just because like it's gonna be so much. Like you said, it's gonna be March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be the talk of the town, whether we make trades or not.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Because you know what, I know we have to. I'm all like I said, I'm all for either direction, but I do think that it's out there, and if we do have a chance to improve this team, without hurting the team, then I just think we should go there before. Because the reason why, if you get to the playoffs and you make some noise in there, and you still in a good situation from an organizational standpoint about capital, whether it's picks, money. To me, you didn't give up a lot, but that helped you get to another level. That's letting a lot of free agents out there and be like, you know what, I might want to go play there. You know what I mean? Because we
Mm-hmm.
are going to need more talent. I love the talent that we got. I love the team that we got. But it's different levels to it. You know what I mean? And it's just different levels to it. And they got their, if they feel like they had to go to another level to make this team more stronger. So when it's time to get to the the playoffs, that we ready for it. You know what I mean? And I just think that long they don't do nothing crazy and don't jeopardize the future or just make a trade which I don't think they will do. I don't think that's even in Scott Perry's calling card. I don't even think it's in Leon Rose. Not from what I've seen so far. They're not gonna do nothing stupid because they got flexibility going forward. For them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I think they're just gonna be wise about it. And if they pull it, no matter what they do, they're gonna pull a trade. It's definitely going to help the team. They not pulling nobody. I don't even think the Knicks will make a trade to me just to be shedding salary when they're going to wind up going, at the end of the year anyway. But I
Mm-hmm.
do, if people like to me, like maybe like Austin Rivers and these guys, the ones who not playing, I could see them moving them if need be. But they probably want to say, you know what, these guys was willing to come here and play for the Knicks, and being that they just not working out for us, let's give them a chance to play some basketball. You know what I mean? Just because it didn't work out here don't mean you want to not work out somewhere else for them. You know what I mean? So they might be looking at things like that. Say, well, you know what? Let's try to get Austin Rivers to a team where he have a chance to play and contribute. Because right now he's just not part of the plan for us. You know what I mean? At least right now, situational wise, I guess. But so be it. You know what I mean? I definitely would like to see us, upgraded in a smart way, not without giving up everything, man. But just like listen, man. This team is ready to compete. They 19 and 18, what I mean, sitting fifth in the Eastern Conference, you know what I'm saying? And they just a player away from sustaining that. Because believe it or not, you could be an injury away from just going to, what I mean, going over
Mm-hmm.
there. So, for the trade talk and chatter, I understand it, I get it. But I think it's going to turn into something too, though. I really do. I think the Knicks going to make a move. I just don't think that if they don't, then they feel they got what they got. You know what I mean? But I think if they want to go to, I think they're going to go. They probably make one though.
You think we going for one player or two? Because I feel like we need two.
You know what?
I feel like no,
Yeah,
go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. I would say depending on who the one is. It
Right.
depends on who the one is. If this one is good enough to get us where we got to go, fine. But if you think it's two players and it might take two to get us where we got to go, I think no matter one or two, I won't want to like kind of mess the chemistry up. That's
Mm-hmm.
For sure. You know, if you're gonna bring in guys, you don't want to mess the team chemistry up. So you got to make sure that they fit in what we're trying to do. Because you're not trying to bring in a whole bunch of players, three players or whatever, and it's just mess the chemistry up. So if it's one real dynamic player, I'm good with that. If it's you have to get two just to make the trade work, then I understand that too. You know what I mean? So if it's one of them 3-for-2s, or you might have to get two players just to get the one you want. You know what I mean? You might have to add another player with him. That's what the other team might want to do. You know, we might want to shred this contract to give you him. So I don't know which way it would pan out, but it don't matter to me, man. As long as they do it right and get it right and get the play in here, I'm good.
Yeah, see, I feel like, although I feel like we need two, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we need a wing and an extra big man, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if we do a trade, we only get one and get the other piece in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we don't need to get both of them right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like we're going to make noise anyways. But, like, we get the one, and then, like, you know, then we go after everything else that we need in the off season. But or we could do one or the other. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think getting a big now is a need though? You know what I
Do I
mean?
think what?
Do you think getting a big is more important than a wing right now?
No. I think wing is most important.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree because we know that we always got to remember you still got Mitch coming back. Todd's still here. So I don't. You know, I know a lot of people. You know, unless you get, like I said, don't get me wrong. If you're going after Andre Drummond, and then you have to get somebody like Andre Drummond, then you go do what you got to do. But I'm fine with standing pat with the standing pat with the center position. You know, long-term guys get back and healthy. And I don't think we need to make that move. I think we need to go get that wing player who's just gonna give us what we need. You know, because I know they were talking about Kyler Quinn possible. You know, out there in the chat world, and bringing Kyler Quinn back. You know, obviously, we know the Andre Drummond thing was out there. You know what I mean? But if we can just get a formidable wing, and somebody who just can go get buckets and play some defense, then I think that's what we do. You know what I mean? I don't think we should rest on our laurels when it comes to that, man, because I do think we are a couple of players or one player away from feeling really good in the
wing is most important. The big is secondary.
Mhm. Yeah. I think it's gonna be exciting when we get back. Like I said, it's all out there. You know, I know everybody's. You know, we talk about the Zach Levines and the Bradley Beals. You know, we talk about a lot of these high caliber players, but I don't know if that's reality. You know what I mean? You know, to me, right now. But if they could do it, I'd be one happy Knicks fan. You get one of them guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I'm sorry, man. Like, you know, that's the thing. Like, we talking about these big name guys, right? And I don't think people really realize what we're gonna have to give up to get these big name guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a guy like Bradley Beal, man, we gonna have to shed like a lot of stuff, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they not gonna give that guy up for they're not gonna give him up for nickels and dimes, like, you know.
Yeah, especially not Bradley Beal. You definitely have to give up picks like crazy. You know what I mean? At least three. You know what I mean? But I think like no matter what they do, they just got to do the right thing. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it's all just trade talk and chatter. You know, nobody has inside information to the fullest unless you're in the organization and all they got somebody leaking something. So everything is always speculation. You know what I mean? It's just talk. You know what I mean? And that's fine. You know what I mean? It's talk because that just let you know you want your team to be better. You want them to be to take it to another level. So that's just part of the NBA brand. That's part of our business. You come amongst each other and do trade. I mean, and get the product that you need. And this man got what you want, you got what he needs, you make it happen. You know what I mean? And I just think that's just part of course in any major sport. You're gonna always hear the trade talking out there because everybody trying to get better. You know what I mean? Or some people might be trading to get worse so they can, go another route. But either way it goes, it's always gonna be some wheeling and dealing going on. People gonna be out there wheeling and dealing and making moves to put their franchise in a better position. You know what I mean? And I think right now we part of that because no matter what you do, people believe that the Brooklyn Nets going to be the front runners in the East, but that don't mean you don't go out there to try to beat them though. You know what I mean? Obviously, this is their time, but you don't build teams to be inferior. You know what I mean? You say, okay, you know what? I might have to do a certain thing better than them, and even though I'm not going to beat them, we don't beat them. Let them know that we are real dominant. We a real good NBA team. You know what I mean? And we just ain't coming here and lay down, and that's how we got to take that approach going into the second half. And we not laying it down against nobody. We just got, we going to every night. Tom Thibodeau put them boys on the floor. You best believe they bang it. They gonna go hard. And I just think that's the way they built. I think that's the culture that's being set there. It's like forget all the trade talk, forget all the chatter, forget all the noise and all the outside noise. What you worry about is in between these lines. You know what I mean? On these four corners of this court, that all that other shit to take care of itself. They probably feel like them things to take care of itself. So you want to you want to make sure that's not affecting your ball club. So all the trade talk and chatter, that's all it is, just chitter chatter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like Josh always says too, I'm not a fan of sitting around waiting to see what other teams do. Like, we gonna make a move. Let's not sit around and wait.
Well, yeah, most definitely, because like some of you study long, you study wrong. You can't study too long, wait for everything because somebody might snatch it up for you. You know what I mean? Somebody might say, you know what, we want them just as much as you want them. But that's what makes it so intriguing about the trade deadline, because everybody throwing bluffs out there. Everybody might say, you know what, well, I'm gonna do this to see if you're gonna do that. It's like chess and checkers, back and forth. And they competing. They competing for a piece on the board. You know what I mean? And whoever got the best strategy, they're gonna take that piece off the board. You know what I mean? And sometimes, like even when you playing chess, you might have to give up a couple of pawns to get the big fish. You know what I mean? So to me, that's like draft picks. You might have to give up a couple of pawns in some of these deals to get the big one, which is ultimately the king. You know what I mean? Or the queen, checkmate. But you're gonna have to play the game, man. So and that's what them teams do. They all say, let me see who got the best strategy. Let me see who's gonna make the best move. And we're gonna go in there and we gonna whoever made the best man win. You know what I mean? And I think the Knicks is in a position with the front office that they have that to be able to do that. They in the game to compete, and at the end they want to win. So I mean, I hope that's the approach that they have anyway.
What do you think is the best move or the best position?
I definitely, no question on mine, feel like we need a strong wing. We need a wing in that starting unit who can consistently, not one night this, one night that. We need a player in that starting lineup other than Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett who can do it on a consistent level. And even R.J. kind of, he had his little peaks and valleys. Hopefully he stayed more consistent. But we need a player other than Julius Randle just can get you them consistent, 19 to 20 points. I mean, not because he had a hot night tonight, or no, somebody who can come in on a Monday, on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and give you 19 to 20 points. You know what I mean? That's just not Reggie Bullock. And I like Reggie Bullock's defense game. I like his 3-point shot. But he's not a guy, every time you step on the floor, you get 19 from him or you get 20 from him. So can you imagine if the Knicks had somebody in that starting lineup right now who could help Randall or RJ do that? They'd be nice, because they nice now, 19 to 18. They don't even have that. You know what I mean? So imagine if they had that, they'd be a way better team than they are right now. So it remains to be seen, but I just do think that's what they need, though.
So you mean just like a consistent? That's the thing that I've been talking about this whole time, is not only staying consistent, but getting somebody, or not even getting somebody, but just having our guys just be consistent and not giving us 20 here and then 10 here and then, 15 here and then for 4 games you don't show up. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. And that's because that's who they are. You know what I mean? See, and that's what I think people understand. That's who they are. That's all they can do. That's the reason why they're the players that they are. That's why they make the money that they make. That's the reason why they're in the situation that they're in, because they are not them every day on day consistent players who are going to give you them same points every night out, in and out every night. That's not who they are, and that's why they are the way they are in their NBA career, and that's why they're making the money that they make. But they're not on that particular level. You know what I mean? So until they get there, we have to find a player that can do that. You know what I mean? That every night that man coming there, you know what you get from him, and I mean consistently. So you can game plan better, because you can game plan all you want to, but if you go in there and then your game plan with this, but one of the players didn't do that, then let's screw your whole game plan up. You know what I mean? So talent is everything, man. And I just think this time of the year, like I said, with all this trade talk going on, we gonna hear about it, but I'm all for it. We got to get this thing popping, man, because the New York fans ready to make that happen. You know what I mean? So we don't want to, go into this thing. Like I always say, man, this is, are we playoff contenders or pretenders? You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Are we playoff contenders or pretenders? Are we gonna contend for this playoff spot, or are we just pretending to be a team that can make it? And I don't think we know pretenders for sure. I think we contenders. You know what I mean? I just think the Knicks are contenders, and I think they have to stay that way, and let the chips fall where they may. Keep grinding it out, and that's what it is, man. Salute, Josh, aka Bufulio, you know who he is, man. NBK fan in the building. Salute to you, Josh, man. Thanks for checking in. You know what I mean? That's what it is, man. So yeah, playoff contenders are pretenders. That we have to find out where we're gonna be and what we're gonna do. But I think that we definitely contenders if we still keep playing a brand of basketball that we playing. Keep putting that defense to the forefront. Keep believing in Tom Thibodeau's system and what that man is putting out there. And hopefully the team start gelling in the second half, and getting a little bit more continuity on offense, scoring a little more. And if they could do that, then I think they're in for the ride, man. You know what I mean? But I do think it wouldn't hurt to have an extra piece or two down here to help us get us over that hump, man. So that's what we got to do, man. We just got to get and keep building this thing, man. Because like I said, I do believe we contenders, no pretenders. I don't think the Knicks pretending to be anything. I think they are who they say they are. You see, they numbers speak for itself, and your records say who you are. And right now, our records say that the Knicks is over a 500 basketball team. So and I just think that's what it is, man. So we just got to keep this thing going. Knicks Real Talk, the night show. It's your man Divine. I got City for Real in there, man. He in the chat with me, man. We and on the panel doing our thing, man. So we just talking Knicks, man, and having a good time, because there ain't no games going on right now until Thursday back at Milwaukee. So we just trying to keep the fans engaged and talk some Knicks, man. You know what it is, man. But yeah, like I said, City playoff contenders are pretenders, man, and I definitely know we ain't no pretenders. So I think we just got to keep playing this thing out, man. Let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, man. I don't think we pretenders.
No doubt, man. I really believe that ain't nothing pretending about this team. They just got to keep putting them things together. And I just want to see Randall continue doing what he's doing. I want to see RJ improve a little bit more consistently. I want to see Reggie Bullock get consistent, because that's what it really is, man. It's really what makes us a contender. All we got to do is stay consistent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the job that you was hired to do for the Knicks, whatever the coach was asked, this is what we paid you to do. Just do it consistent. And I think they'd be all right. You know what I mean? I just think they'd be all right if they just do the job that they were set out to do. They paid you $5 million to do this, then you need to do that. You know what I mean? But do it every night. And that's why I said we got to go out there and trading before the trading deadline and get somebody in here. Then we got to do it. You know what I mean? We got to get this thing rolling, man, because we this close, man. You know what I mean? We this close to where we need to be for getting to the playoffs. And I think for the Knicks fans and the Knicks organization and all us Knicks fans, I think we would love to see the Knicks in the playoffs. But we haven't been there in almost 8 years. So and I just think it'd be exciting for the franchise. That's showing that we're moving in the right direction. We're taking a step forward. And once we get in that playoffs, and no matter if you win or lose, somebody's gonna be like, I want to go. I like what they're doing down there. You know what I mean? I like what they're building down there. I don't have a problem going there. Then them free agents, once you get to the playoffs and you showing that you belong here, you're gonna see them stars want to say, you know what? I think I want to go down to New York. You know what I mean? They got a good team down there. They got the way they playing basketball. Their whole vibe is good, and that's what you got to do. I think winning cures all. You know what I mean? You win. You know what I mean? Winning cures all. And that's, to me, that's the everyday life. winning cures all. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's what the Knicks got to do, just keep winning.
See, that's why I said the other night when we was talking, that's why I said I feel like all we got to do is just make it to the playoffs. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just make a little noise, because then, like I said the other night, man, there's going to be a couple of guys that's going to feel like, oh, if I was there, we could have been lit. Like, if I was there, we could have did this, we could have did that. They missing like, like a guy like me, like, you know what I mean? And I think it speaks a lot to just be in the mix, to get those types of guys to start thinking like, yo, if I went there, things might look a little different, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. But then again, you don't never want to hang your hat on like shoulda, coulda, woulda stuff. But
Right.
at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, or if we put ourselves in the mix, I feel like there might be a couple of players out there that might feel that way. That might be like, okay, like you said, I see what y'all doing. Like, like, all right, yeah. Let me jump in there, because if I jump in there, things might get a little better, and then somebody else might jump in there, and then my mans might come, like, and jump on the squad or whatever. But like we just need to get there and show and prove. Like, that's all we need to do. Get there, show and prove. And I think because we already on the right tide. Like, you know what I'm saying? The tides is changing for us. Like, you know what I mean? We already on the come up. Like, you know what I mean? We just need to get up there, and then, we'll see the fruits of our labor start to flourish. Like, you know what I mean? Because people gonna come.
Oh yeah, no
I believe
doubt.
that people gonna come. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once we start doing our thing and we start looking real good, like, people are going to come, because everybody knows there's no better place to win than New York City.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And I think that's the vibe that they're giving off down there, man. I think the Knicks are giving off a vibe where, you know what, we here. You know what I mean? And the NBA noticed that
Mm-hmm.
in the second half of the season. That's why they put them on the national televised games. You know what I mean? It's like I said,
Yep.
it ain't no laugh out loud Nick. You know what I mean? And they seeing the progress. And like I said, to me, they see respectability. Adam Silver and all them guys, they know who Tom Thibodeau is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's respect. That's respectability. They know who he is. You know what I mean? They know who these guys are, and they notice that Nick's got somebody who they respect because he's been in the game a long time. He know the game. He won in the game. And he brings the type of structure that's good for the NBA from a marketing standpoint. This is how we conduct our business. We got a coach who's a coach. He's a basketball lifer, all that stuff. Because it's sports. I mean, it's business, but it's also sports as well. And so I think the NBA and a lot of people notice that, and a lot of the players. So when you hear all this crazy stuff about he run players into the ground, I was thinking about this the other night. They said, "Oh, look what he did to Derrick Rose." No, what happened to Derrick Rose? He came down the wrong way on a
Yeah.
basketball. He got injured. You know what I mean?
And he got hurt.
He
Exactly.
got hurt. I mean, that killed me when I hear people say that. Oh, he ran. Look, he did. No, Derrick Rose went up for a shot, or he jumped in the air. He landed down, and when he hit the court, something went wrong. That had nothing to do with Tom Thibodeau playing 30, 40. It's like,
That's
come on,
see, this is why that's why I said the other day, when you are a player, you do not want to come out the game. This is
Right.
why I say I challenge anybody, unless you super dog tired, where, let's just say you had 3 back-to-backs and you played 40 minutes, and, like, you know what I mean? Like, you in the first half, like 2 or 3 minutes to go, you might say, "Hey, yo, coach, like, I'm kind of tired, man. Like, let me get these 2 or 3 minutes." Like, you know what I'm saying? But otherwise, you cannot name a player, unless he was on that level. You cannot name a player that wants to come out the game. Like, these guys want to play. They're showcasing themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Whether it's for the team or whether it's for other teams. So why would they want to come out the game? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it does not happen. And when they do get taken out the game, they be mad about getting taken out the game, like, you know, because they want to play, they want those minutes, they want to showcase themselves, do the things that they need to do while they on the court, like, you know. So the whole thing about, oh, Tom Thibodeau plays guys too many minutes. Well, you tell me what coach doesn't play their best players the most minutes.
Right. Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a given. But for some reason, with Tibbs, they make it extra special. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they put the icing on the cake and everything, make it look extra special. Like, oh yeah, he's playing this guy this many minutes playing. It's our best players. What is he supposed to do? Not play him?
Right. Yeah, and I
Like,
don't think they understand either. You know what? The way the NBA is now with all of the modern medicine, the technology, the trainer, the this and that, these players are in way better shape than they were 10, 20, 30 years ago. You know what I mean? Because they got access to all the top notch stuff that's out there. You know what I mean? Some of the most highly advanced stuff, very tech stuff. You know what I mean? So they got, like, even when it comes to injuries and operations and surgeries and things of that nature. They got so many different procedures now that they use now that they couldn't even think about 20, 30 years ago. Whether it's a clamp or something, or use something to heal something. They just have so many alternatives out there, and it's a different story. But before Tom Cruise running into the ground, that never been an issue with me, man. I just thought it was all hyperbole. I mean, you a human being, you built a certain way. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, you look at Julius Randle. Why Julius Randle handling all the minutes? Because he built a certain way. I mean, he built himself to be in that situation where I can go long because I put my body in a good position to do that. So, but I don't know if that's what that is with that Tom Thibodeau stuff. But for the most part, people, like I said, I think we playoff contenders. We're not pretenders. Like I said, the association got some great talent down there. The Eastern Conference is going to be hard. It's going to be a dog fight. But I think we have dogs that's in the fight. I mean, I think we got dogs that can go down there and get the fight. So it's going to be a dog fight. We got some dogs down there. And I just think that the Knicks going to be in contention. They going. I'm talking about playoff contention. People not, and then and we leave it all on the floor, man. And let's go get it. So I'm excited about it. That the Knicks can be in the situation to get a fan something that we want. I mean, that's just some good old hard Knicks basketball going to the playoff for the first time in almost 8 years, making the fan base excited. Get the cities popping, get the fan base excited that we the season is over and we still playing. I mean, whether it's 16 games, like I said, people don't forget about the 1999 Knicks, man. Came in the eighth seed and what happened? Went to the finals. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's the type of confidence you should have in your team. Like, them cats believe in themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them cats believe in themselves. Like, this is the 99. We eighth seed. They get it in. What they do, they go on a run. Because when we play defense, I give us a shot against anybody. Long offense is on point. If anytime the Knicks have a good offensive game, they usually win the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's so stellar, they're on point. We just, like I said, keep that offense flourishing on a good note, man, on a higher level. And yeah, I do believe we contenders for sure. Playoff contenders.
Yeah. So our team, I feel like we got that team that I liken to what did they say in the Fast and Furious movie? It's not about the size of the dog in the fight, but it's about the size of the fight in the dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like our team has that fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got the fight in the dog. Like, you know what I mean? They're not the biggest. They're not the biggest dog on the court. Like, you know what I'm saying? They not no 3-headed monster, no 2-headed monster, none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we got a lot of guys that play, what I mean? We got a lot of guys that play with a lot of heart, a lot of spirit, a lot of fight, a lot of grit. Like, you know what I mean? Absolutely. We got guys that's willing to grind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's one thing you can never take away from a team. When you got a team that plays like that, it means something. Like, you know what I mean? You might not get to the top, but you're going to go places. You're going to do something. Like, you're going to hurt something. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Don't mean that does not mean that you're gonna win the fight, but you're gonna be in the fight and you're gonna hurt something while you're in the fight. Like, you know what I mean? And
Right.
it's those types of teams that you just never. It's just like, yo, you never know. And I would say this: it's like when the Giants had first played the Patriots in the Super Bowl, right? Everybody had them locked down hands to lose because it was the Patriots year to go 18-0. I'm trying to tell you, bro, I was out here telling everybody, yo, no, my guys is gonna shock the world, yo. We gonna shock the world. I kept saying that during my Super Bowl party. No, we gonna shock the world. And when they came through and did it, oh man, yo, I was insane. Like I was going crazy. Like, yeah, like, you know what I mean. But you know, I'm an underdog guy. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like, that's why I root for my guy, the Alfred Payton, the Alfred Wall Street. Like, you know what I'm saying, because he's an underdog guy. Don't nobody like the guy. Like, you know what I'm saying. But I like to see him get his shine and play good and do the things that, like, you know what I'm saying, that needs to be done for a team. Like, you know.
Right. Yeah,
But
he's a part of that, man. Alpha Payton, like you said, the underdog mentality, and it's good to have that. You know, you don't you want to sleep on us, okay, that's fine. And you want teams to do that.
mm-hmm.
That's a part of the reason why even this first half of the season, people was underestimating who we were. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They ain't that good. And next thing you know, they get in that dog fight like, oh shit, the fight in this dog is crazy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So and I think that's the type of team that we have. I think Tom Thibodeau said, "Listen, man, I think you only a reflection of your coach to me, a team. You know,
Right.
your coach sets the standards and the culture. So when you see how hard Tom Thibodeau go, you know his team got to go hard. You know what I mean? Because how can he be a hard coach and you a soft player? That don't mix
Mm-hmm.
happy. So he got a certain structure he got down there. He got a certain type of style of play that he got down there. His play is hard. Detail. You know what I mean? Very detail, hard. You got to put in 110%, or you don't play. You know what I mean? You can't let your man get off on you, and he believe in that. He be like, listen. And I tell people all the time, what good is scoring 30 if you gave up 35? You know what I mean? So I don't care. I don't care if you scored 140, but you gave up 144. You know what I mean? So and that's why I think people realize so when you got a guy like Tibbs who got none but hard players who not trying to let you get anything on them, and that's the results of good defense basketball, and I think that's what puts us into that playoff contention, man. Because I think that we got the right squad and the right team, the right grit, the right grind, and we got everything that you can have for a team who had a chance to win. But when you play the way we play, there's the key. You have a chance to win. You know what I mean? When you don't go hard, you ain't got a chance to win. So
And that's all you need. That's all you
right.
need is all you need is that, like they always say, that extra effort, you
Mm-hmm.
know, that little bit of extra energy to dive on the ball, or, like, you know what I'm saying, like, put your arms up to get a deflection, like, because you never know when those, because basketball, it's always a game of up and downs, like, you know what I'm saying. So, like, you never know when that one deflection might send you on a 10-point run,
Right.
or diving on that loose ball might spark the team to go on a 6.8 point run and help you get back in the game. But it's the little things that you need to do, you know, to help you get there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. You know what? And so I like to say it right now before the Eastern Conference standards. We fifth, man. We fifth. We in the fifth position, looking nice, and but it's a dog fight down there. Like I said, it's everybody jockeying for position in that, and it's going to be crazy the second half of the season because everybody got a tough schedule. We do too, but I think the whole association got a tough schedule. I guess that's all a part of the impact of the COVID thing. You know what I mean? They had to. We unfortunately we probably in one of the got to be one of the tougher divisions in the association. The Atlantic Division is, you think about the Sixers, the Nets, Boston, Toronto, and us. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dangerous
Mm-hmm.
division. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? We playing good in that division, though. We playing good, but we good in the conference. We had a good conference record, so that's a good to know. And good to hear and see as well. But that's a tough conference, man. But that's a couple of division that when you go on down the conference, you got the Miamis and all these cats in there, the Milwaukee's. I mean, it's gonna be on and popping. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy. But the Eastern Conference is tight. One win, one here, one lost there. You're going back and forth for a while. But I'm hoping. I was looking at a couple of things this morning, and I looked at the schedule for the next couple of days. And when we get back, when we get back, I was looking at the schedule of a couple of teams in the next couple of days. Once we get back, and we got a good chance to really separate ourselves because a couple of teams that we battling against, they playing each other, or they playing somebody that's relevant to what we are trying to do. So I hope we come out against Milwaukee, and it would be nice to get that one. It would be nice to get that Milwaukee win, man. I tell you, talking about that would be so nice because I think I think when Boston playing the Nets, Toronto playing somebody, so it's a lot of important games. Right there they battling each other, and I hope we can get on a little winning streak or pick up another win here and there, and it helps us out a great deal because a lot of teams that they're going against each other, it's going to be really crazy.
So, can I say this? Do you feel like if we get that Milwaukee game, I feel like we're gonna be the talk of the town if we get that Milwaukee game, because then that'll say that first win wasn't a fluke, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we could somehow manage to come out and beat them twice, teams are gonna have us on deck. They're gonna have us on notice like this. They're gonna be like, yo, wait a minute. Like, that wasn't just the beginning of the season thing. Like, these guys beat these guys twice in the season. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it can't, it can happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to see it happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want, I don't even know what to say because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if we get that game, yes, we will. We get that game, the league is going to be talking about us. Teams are going to be talking about us even more. Like, because I could tell you right now, there's a lot of teams that don't want to see us. They don't want to see that defense. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to see that good old Knicks nitty gritty defense because they know what that can turn into. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They know that can turn into an upset. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you don't want to be the team that got you don't want to be the team that's up there and got upset by the Knicks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Although we not the same sorry Knicks anymore, but still you do not want to be that team because there are going to be things said. Guys are going to be packing up, leaving, getting traded, or whatever the case might be, because we're going to start a frenzy. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
If we take somebody out, we starting a frenzy, bro. Like, easily.
And the NBA love that. They would love if the Knicks knock somebody off.
Yeah, easily.
Because the ratings going to be, oh my God. New York will be on fire. The Knicks fans will be, we always on fire anyway. But could you imagine the Knicks beat the Milwaukee Bucks coming off the All-Star break, and we beat them Thursday? It's gonna be nice because the reason why we beat the top three, like you said, twice, and to come out of the gate and do that'd be tremendous. That'd be tremendous. I mean, I think that'd be a real big win for us. I think that win right there could catapult us. And it's only one win, but sometimes one win could be a momentum changer. You know what I mean? It could be a game changer. And that win out of the gate against Milwaukee could be a game changer for the Knicks. Because I think them cats will feel so, we came out and we gave it to Milwaukee. We beat them. You know what I mean? And that's not a confidence booster and for them guys playing down there in New York, man, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? To be able to say we came out the gate and we beat the top three team in the East, that's saying something. So I would
That's
love it to happen.
that's what I'm saying, yo. This is what I'm saying, yo. I'm like, yo. Not only would that be a confidence booster, but again, like I said, man, that's gonna put everybody on notice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because people probably look at what we did and say, "Oh yeah, they just had a super good game where nobody could miss and this, and that." But even if it's a close game and we beat them, um, that's gonna turn a lot of heads. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna turn a lot of heads, and people are gonna be looking, and they're gonna say, "Yo, you know what? Yeah, we got to take these guys serious because we don't want to be that team that's getting talked about. That just you know what I mean? Like, it if we can get that game, man, that's gonna speak levels to our work ethic. You know what I mean? Where we came from and where we going. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yep, yeah, exactly, man. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the whole thing, man. But I think we can stay on top of the Eastern Conference. We just bring our A game, play the way we've been playing, and leave it all out there. That's what it all boiled down to. Just leave it out there, play your best as possible, and I think that we'll be all right because I think Julius Randle, we could pick up where he left off. You know what I mean? Especially going down the stretch. If Julius Randle do what he did in his first half. In the second half, the Knicks will be fine. This who you was. We hear all talk about an all NBA player or is he an All Star or is he the MVP? You will see now. You will see now. This second half, you're gonna see who the creme de la creme out there. You know what I mean? You're gonna see who the top dog out there. Now you're gonna this is where it's all made at right here. The second half of the season. This is where basketball is made right here. You know what I mean? Now, and knowing that the Knicks is up in the mix, we gonna see what they made of. We go like, okay, are y'all pretenders or contenders? And we'll see. So I'm excited about it, man. I'm not too much worried about it, man. I just think we done. I think what you see is what you get. Put it like that. What you see, what you get. And with the Knicks, I think what you see is what you get. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. That's what you see is what you get. And from so far with what I've seen. And let's just keep doing what we've been doing. Is that if we end the season one game over 500, then we know what we did. We supposed to do. You know what I mean? And that's putting us in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
And I'll take that. And then once you get in there, you like I say, let chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? But we got there, and I just think it's going to be a good experience for them young guys to say, man, this is what you come out of college for. You know what I mean? This is what you come to the NBA for. Not only the money, the experience of going up against the best. I mean, you're going up against the best, and anybody who don't want to go up against the best don't really know what it is to be the best. You know what I mean? So
right.
And I think Quickly and Obi and Frank and RJ and all them young guys get that experience in the playoff to go up against the top dogs in the game and see what you got. Show me what you got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. You know what I mean? But you got to go in there and experience that feeling. You know what I mean? You always want to experience that feeling of what it is to be on the top, and what it is to be at the bottom. Because what don't make you weak make you stronger. So sometimes you might got to, like what it says, start from the bottom. Now we here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me ask you this: do you think that if we do make the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Well, I guess can't really say that now because of the whole COVID thing. But I was gonna say, do you think they would allow more fans? Like,
I guess that depends on. You're right. How quick they get COVID under control. With all the vaccines and everything coming out, and the CDC said, you know what? Because they are starting to lose restrictions in certain places. I guess that depends on your area where you live at too, or how that might change who can come in and who can't come in, and the mandates and this and that. But if they get it under control more, I think they'll let more fans in. I mean, so let's hope that's the case because boy, the Knicks get to the playoff, and MSG got to be rocking. I don't know if they're in a bubble. I don't know how they doing. I don't know. I have no knowledge of it whatsoever.
Yes.
But if they get to the playoffs, they got to let Matt Square Garden be Matt Square Garden.
Man.
They got to let that happen, bro. Cause that's gonna be beautiful, man. Like I said, we ain't talking about winning no championship. That ain't even about that. It's not even about. It's about getting to the playoffs, saying we fought hard all season long, through injuries, through putting in work, off season, on season, competing, battling. You don't do that to lose.
Man, I know, right?
Yeah, you don't do that to lose. You don't go through all that rigor all that training, all this studying, all this traveling to lose. No, I don't think.
Could you imagine Obi having one of those high flying dunks like at the Garden in the playoffs?
What?
With a good crowd there?
Yeah, that place would be electric, man. Yeah,
oh man.
What's that song back in the day? The roof was on fire. That's what that would be like. That's what it'd be like. The roof was on fire, bro. They New York City fans, man. You see, how they were acting the other night when we got to 500. So imagine in the playoffs, it'd be beautiful, man. I'll probably be there acting a fool right along with them. Because we fans, man. We fans, man. So you know what? It's a beautiful thing, man, to be passionate where we are about something, and it's a positive thing too. So I'm good. Like I said, it's all Knicks nut for me. That's the only thing I know since I was 8 years old, and that's it. You know what I mean? I'm bored every since through the peaks and valleys, the ups and downs. You love the name, the nickname, the players who came through here. It's not about all the owners and all the GMs. They part of it, but that ain't the reason why you watch Knicks basketball. You watch Knicks basketball because you love the players. You love the, you love the fans. You love the excitement. You love the competing and everything. Like I said, no matter how bad Knicks teams are, all Knicks fans want to see that you play hard when they come in there and pay their money. I mean, that's what the Knicks fans. They know what we've been through. They don't hate. They don't worry about all that noise out there and out in the chat world and all the tabloids and the back page and the clickbait. The true Knicks fan want to say, you know what? We want to see our team play tonight, whether they won or lost or did they go hard. But now's the time I think that we got a chance to do some winning, and I think every Knicks fan out there deserves it. I mean, so we let's get it.
Definitely.
Yep.
Definitely. We need that. We need that because obviously we all know we've been bad for a long time, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's all good. City has been fun, my brother. I'm glad. I appreciate you coming on the show tonight. You know what I mean? You're always welcome aboard, brother. Knicks, you know what it is. Knicks Real Talk.
Yes, sir.
And to all everybody out there, man. Salute to everybody who's in on the chat. You know what I mean? Appreciate you coming on, hanging out with us, man. We're just trying to bring a little content for the Knicks, man, because we ain't got no game going right now. So just to keep the energy juices flowing, man. So we just love talking Knicks, man. We fans like everybody else. This is from a fan for the fans, you know what I mean? And I'm just glad I have a little platform where I can give people something to think about and listen to, But the second half of the season coming up, people, we're gonna get ready to buckle down and get on this ride, man. And like I said, let's take this ride on this train. Let's see where it takes us down the track. But I hope we have a beautiful second half of the season. We win some games. We win more games than we lose. We stay in contention. Get in there, man. Try to get in the playoffs and represent this thing, man. You know what I mean? And I think we're gonna be all right, man. I think Knicks fans, Frank, all you guys, man, salute for checking in. Matt, totally appreciate you. Josh, you know what I mean? Thanks for checking in, man. We appreciate your support. And like I said, y'all see me Thursday morning on the morning show. I come on at 7:30 in the morning. For everybody out there tonight, man, I apologize for all the technical difficulties. I'm actually not in my studio. I'm on vacation. So I'm on vacation and shooting this thing, man. You know what I mean? So, but this ain't my normal setup. But I appreciate you guys hanging in there, man. Sorry for the difficulties, but it's real, man. It's Knicks Real Talk, man. The night show, and we got my man City in the building. I appreciate you coming on, City. You're always welcome up in here, man. You know what it is.
Yes, sir.
And I love having open dialogue with the fans and the guys in the chat, man. And so y'all keep supporting the channel, keep supporting the streams. You know what I mean? And just keep liking the channel, man. I'm doing it for you guys because I love to do it. it's for the fans. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna keep this thing moving, and we're gonna do the outro thing, man. And so like I said, sorry for the inconvenience, guys. Like I said, I'm in a different place, man. So but when I get back to my normal spot, I will be bigger and better and trying to improve the show much more and more, before we
Hmm.
as we go on. But Nick's Real Talk, it's my man City for Reals, Divine, man. I'm signing off. And I appreciate the chat, man. I appreciate everybody there. Listen, man, check the video out on YouTube. Y'all know what it is, man. You subscribe to the channel, you go into subscriptions, going into the links, man, and check out the video. And always keep supporting the show. And to all the shows out there, man. Everybody out there, NBK, everybody, man. Y'all keep supporting these brothers and sisters out here, bringing y'all this Nick news, man, because we the number one fans in the business. You know what I mean? And ain't nothing was good without education, man. So we try to educate our fans about what's going on with the Knicks. Education and knowledge is power. So we bring y'all some education, some fun, some thoughts, but and then we love to hear back from you guys, because you guys' thoughts is just as important as ours, because each one teach one. So we love to hear what you got going on in the chat and your thoughts. We respect your thoughts just like we respect the thoughts on the panel. If the screen was big enough, I have all you on the panel. You know what I mean? But I get there, sooner or later. But we appreciate you guys, man. So Nick's Real Talk, the night show, man. I'm signing off. Peace, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace. Nick's Real Talk. Nick's Real Talk. Nick's Real Talk. It's the night show. We on prime time. 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 Nick's Real Talk. Nick's Real Talk. Nick's Real Talk. It's the night show. We on prime time. 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 Nick's Real Talk. Nick's Real Talk. Nick's Real Talk. It's the night show. We on prime time. 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 Nick's Real Talk. Nick's Real Talk. Nick's Real Talk. Salute.
Oh, we done?